Imagine waking up on Monday and realizing you don't have to work. That would be amazing, right? Just to have that option available to us, to not need to work, but to choose to work because you want to. What if I told you that financial freedom isn't about luxury, it's about choice? The real goal isn't being rich, it's owning your time. What does financial freedom mean to you? Do you think it means having $1 million or £1 million in the bank and then your life would be sorted? Is it something that you've thought about? Or perhaps you've heard of it but then brushed it off because you thought it's unachievable? In today's video, we'll explore the real and practical meaning of financial freedom and realizing that we don't necessarily need more money to be financially free. Hello, I'm Lani, a lawyer, entrepreneur, and mom of two living in the UK. I'm a second-generation Filipina, and this is my channel for second-generation Filipinos and adult children of immigrants. This channel is for all of us to learn, share, and discuss important things such as money, finances, pensions, business, investments, personal development, and anything that matters to you and our community. So, financial freedom, what is this? What does it mean? I think it has a different meaning for everyone. And it's safe to say that for most people, they believe that in order to have financial freedom, you must first become a millionaire. Because for them, financial freedom means having so much money that would enable them to retire from working. But is that really true? Do you really need to become a millionaire to be financially free? I think most people overcomplicate this because they don't understand the concept of financial freedom. They have never allowed themselves to really think about having financial freedom because it seemingly is so against what they have been taught and conditioned to believe throughout their lives. For most Filipinos, we were raised to believe in having a good education because that would then lead us to having a good career and earn a good income, buy our own home, and then retire fairly financially well off. Therefore, the idea of having financial freedom, especially in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, i.e., before reaching retirement age, is a concept that is so far-fetched, so unbelievable, so difficult, or so impossible to achieve. Let's simplify it here and now. For me, financial freedom can be as simple as having enough money coming in so that you don't have to exchange your time to work as an employee of a company or a person in order to pay your bills. For example, Maria is single and is currently working full-time, and she is earning a net monthly income of about £2,500 after taxes. Her total monthly expenses is around £2,200, including her rent, leaving her with £300 a month disposable income, i.e., money left over after paying all of her monthly expenses. Maria has been investing for a few years and also has set up businesses selling digital products, such as children's books, for instance. For the last 4 months, she has been earning a total of £2,400 net income from her investment in businesses. So this means that Maria now has the option to quit her job and to fully concentrate on her investment in businesses. So in reality, Maria has now achieved financial freedom because she now has the option to have the time freedom to do what she really wants. And that is the real goal here, having time freedom as soon as possible, which can only be achieved by having financial freedom as soon as possible. In fact, Maria could have actually achieved financial freedom faster if it was also possible for her to reduce her monthly expenses. So this could be achieved by asking ourselves, what is the minimum amount I need per month to cover my expenses and still be able to live well? In Maria's case, perhaps she could have reduced her monthly groceries, cancelled some subscriptions, and minimized eating out and socializing, bringing down her net monthly expenses from £2,200 to £2,000, for example. So as soon as she received at least £2,000 a month for at least 3 to 4 months consistently, then she could have achieved financial and time freedom a lot sooner. The purpose of this video is for us to just introduce ourselves to the real concept of financial freedom. And if this is something that resonates with you, we will explore the how and the why in more detail in future videos. So for now, we are just learning the basics of the concept of financial freedom. So, using Maria's example, the main takeaway here is knowing your numbers, knowing how much you bring home per month after taxes are paid, and how much your total monthly expenditure is. Once you've worked that out, you can then start to study, learn, and research on all the different ways you could do to earn the money that you need to cover your monthly expenses without continuing with your current 9 to 5 employment. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say this will be easy, because it won't be. This will take plenty of patience, lots of studying, learning, a great deal of experimenting with different things until you find something that will work for you. Whether this means setting up one business or setting up multiple streams of income, this will depend on you. In terms of how long this will take you, I would say giving yourself 3 to 5 years at the very most of achieving this goal is a very good time frame. Dr. Ben Hardy, a US psychologist and author of many outstanding books, including 10x is easier than 2x, teaches that actually having a shorter time frame as opposed to a longer time frame, say 10 years for instance, is actually far more achievable than we think. The science behind it is that by giving ourselves a shorter time frame of between 3 to 5 years, we eliminate what Dr. Hardy calls the noise. 5 years is a good time frame, but if you can get this down to 3 years, then that's even better. What this means is that usually most people have a time frame of 10 to sometimes 20 years to achieve their goals. There are so many problems with having longer time frames to achieve our goals, including losing focus and delaying working on our goals, as we subconsciously think that we have plenty of time to start working on our goals. Another issue is that having a longer time frame can give us too many options or ways of achieving our goals, resulting in us having analysis paralysis, which in turn prevents us from focusing, starting, and executing. For example, Ian is currently 45 years old and he has a goal of retiring when he reaches 65 years old, which is in 20 years' time, or in 2045. If you remember from my previous video where I talked about retirement and pension, the current pension age in the UK for both men and women is 66 years old, and this is set to change to 68 years old in 2044. So Ian's goal is to actually retire 3 years earlier than what would be the retirement age of 68 years old, when he would be eligible to receive the state pension. This means that Ian would need to have a private pension in place, which he can access when he reaches 65 years old, as well as having other ways or income streams that would cover his monthly expenses. Because of the longer time frame, however, Ian keeps putting off working towards his goals because subconsciously he believes that he has plenty of time. Meanwhile, if he gave himself a shorter time frame of between 3 to 5 years, this should motivate him to start working on his goals and looking for ways or options to get there within a shorter time frame. The options to achieving their goals become narrower, their focus becomes sharper, and their momentum becomes steadier and stronger. We will delve deeper into the shorter time frame concept in later videos, especially as we approach the end of 2025, and most of us are thinking about setting our goals for the year ahead. So please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. So, why is it important to have financial freedom as soon as possible? Financial freedom is important to have as soon as possible because it gives us something more valuable than money. It gives us control over our lives. We can dictate how we live and what we do with our lives. Here's why it matters early. 1. You buy back your time. If we continue with our example, so Maria works from Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., so 8 hours a day. If we add on the time it takes for her to commute to work, this is about an hour each way. So that's an additional 2 hours of commuting to and from work. In the morning, she takes about an hour maximum to get ready and have breakfast. In total, she spent about 11 hours each day for work. So now we can see that if she quit her job now, she can save 11 hours Monday to Friday, or 55 hours a week, or 220 hours per month. This is also known as the concept of buying back our time. Imagine what you can do with having time freedom. The possibilities are endless. Time is the one thing we can't earn back. The sooner we reach financial freedom, the sooner we stop trading hours of our lives just to survive. That means more time for family, health, learning, and experiences that actually matter. 2. Less stress, better decisions when you're financially dependent on a paycheck. Fear drives your choices. You stay in bad jobs, delay risks, and settle. Financial freedom removes that pressure, letting you make calm, long-term decisions instead of desperate ones. James Allen, the author of the infamous book, As a Man Thinketh, said that calmness of mind is one of the beautiful jewels of wisdom. This means that inner peace isn't accidental. It's a precious sign of true wisdom, earned through self-control, understanding your own mind, and handling life's storms with composure rather than reaction, leading to greater clarity, influence, and strength. It means you can respond to things instead of reacting to things, allowing you to stay in control of your mind and your emotions. 3. Compounding works best early. Money grows faster the earlier you start. The same is true for skills, investments, and businesses. Every year you delay costs you years of compound growth you can never get back. 4. Freedom protects you from life shocks. Unexpected events, job loss, illness, economic downturns hit hard when you're unprepared. Financial freedom acts as a safety net, giving you options when life doesn't go as planned. 5. You avoid the golden cage. Many people earn more over time, but they also spend more, locking themselves into lifestyles they can't escape. Starting early helps you build freedom before responsibilities and expenses trap you. 6. You can live on your own terms. The sooner you're financially free, the sooner you can walk away from toxic environments, pursue meaningful work, travel, create, or help others without permission. In simple terms, the earlier you build financial freedom, the more life you get to live. Not later, not someday, but while you're still healthy and energized. Money buys comfort. Financial freedom buys choice. And that, quite frankly, is priceless. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment below. What do you think of the idea of financial freedom? Do you think this is something that you could work towards? Did you think it would take thousands, perhaps millions of money to achieve financial freedom? Is it surprising to hear that you could actually achieve financial freedom by just replacing your current income Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.